Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Just a Podcast. I am your host, Michael Burnett, and we have a fantastic guest that I am honored to have on the show, Ethan. Have everybody, studio audience, he's back, yes.
Thank you for having me back, sir.
Of course.
I'm glad I didn't scare you off last time.
No, you didn't do that.
Great. Just because we will be responsible not wearing one, I'm going to wear a mask.
There you go.
There we go.
There we go.
All right. This is sliding off. It's the masks I've had them since the beginning of the summer.
Mm-hmm.
So the elastic has gotten stretched out. So whenever I talk, it falls off my face. So.
You gotta keep
Yep.
messing with it.
All right. Well, thank you for having me back, Michael. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Yeah.
You know a ton of people. You know Colin Fisher.
I'm
Brandon
roommate.
Hill Conrad.
I knew Brandon, yeah.
Yeah. The list just goes on.
It goes
and
on.
on.
Yeah. I am surrounded by other humans.
Other film students in this program.
Yeah. I mean, all the film students know each other anyways.
Yeah.
So especially if you're a screenwriter.
Okay.
There's there are probably, seniors, there's probably 15, 20 of us.
Okay.
Probably even less than that. But I know that there's actually 100, roughly 100 screenwriting students.
My goodness.
I think a lot of them change majors halfway through it. Yeah, they're like, wait a second, this isn't fun because we actually have to. Because they don't make you take writing classes until you're a sophomore.
Okay.
It's ridiculous. Yeah. I'm not going to complain about the curriculum
Right.
while we're on this podcast. You probably don't want to talk about that because you probably have your own, complaints about the curriculum here too. So everyone does. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
As a individual, this is probably the biggest question, one of many could probably ask a guest on the show. With bagels, do you eat them in sandwich form or separate?
Sandwich form. Oh,
okay.
Oh, wait, do you mean like a bagel sandwich with stuff inside of it?
No, just the butter or cream cheese.
Separated.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not a psychopath. Do you eat them sandwich form?
I had it one time in sandwich form, and I said, "This is wrong. What am I doing? It's got to be separate from this point forward.
There's too much bread.
Yeah.
You bite into that, and you're just like, well, this is. Isn't basically a bagel just half a loaf of bread condensed into a circle with a hole in the middle of it? Yeah. So it's like you're eating. You take a bite, it's like, man, that cream cheese, it tastes nice, but you know what also tastes nice?
Yeah.
Actually tasting the cream cheese.
But tasting it.
Yeah.
I am, when I was a kid, a young lad, back in the prime years of my life, with bagels from the store. Okay. I toast them. I put jelly on top and a little bit of cinnamon. And that was incredible. Absolutely incredible. It worked.
Yeah,
it just worked.
That sounds good. I didn't start eating bagels probably until I was in middle school. I'm trying to remember breakfast food that I ate when I was really young. It was probably just toast.
Okay.
Toast with jam on it, and then just cereal.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was it. Yeah, I know my mom. So I did. Growing up, I did competitive swimming. That was my sport.
Okay.
I should probably get back into it because I'm good at it. So, but we would have early morning practice in the summertime, at 7 a.m., which was not fun. But my mom, after practice, sometimes she'd stop by McDonald's and get the Mom, can we stop by McDonald's? No, we have McDonald's at home. The McDonald's at home meme. Yeah. No, but she would twice a week probably she'd stop by McDonald's on the way back and get probably a sausage McMuffin.
Okay.
That was, you don't eat before you get in the pool because you're gonna puke.
Right.
And also it's 7 a.m, so you don't have time to eat breakfast yeah, dude, those early morning practices when you're really young are miserable. It's not fun. It's also the coach I had was pretty kind kind of kind of a scumbag in a lot of ways.
Okay.
I'm not gonna talk about it too much because it's actually really bad.
Okay.
But yeah, he or just like these early morning practices, I would eat that, and then there was like other things, like she'd buy like frozen. This is probably I'm feeling like I'm taking memories from one specific summer that I did this on,
Mm-hmm.
and then just applying it over like my entire formative summer years when I was like a preteen and that kind of stuff. But like she also bought like frozen breakfast food, like the sausage biscuits you'd throw in I guess it was probably the microwave, but yeah, stuff was good, man. Going back to the bagel thing, like what you were talking about, I probably didn't start really eating bagels. I still don't eat them that much because they're honestly not very good for you. Yeah, I started eating bagels when I was probably in middle school. My mom would buy the everything bagels, and then I would put jelly on them. And I feel like that's not a good combo because the everything bagels are very savory. But I mean, savory and sweet kind of go together.
Right.
And I ate that in middle school, but there's a lot of things you eat in middle school that you would not eat now.
Yes.
So, yeah, I don't know. But the middle school I went to had a good kitchen. That is
Top-notch kitchen.
I mean, it wasn't top notch,
Okay.
but it was better than like public high school
Right.
kitchen where it's like
Whole wheat
slop,
buns
yes.
with the,
it was expensive though.
hamburger.
It's like they would make homemade pizza sometimes, but it was like $9 for. I mean, it's like basically like a personal pan pizza,
Okay.
but it was like $9 though. Wow. You had the ability. I'm sure my dad still remembers this because I did this all the time when I wasn't supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
You had the ability to put it on your bill, your tuition bill. I mean, I was a swimmer all year round, middle school and parts of high school. When I was like a sophomore, junior, senior, I think I stopped swimming all year round. When I was a freshman, it was freshman through sophomore year, we did swim all year round. You were hungry all the time.
Right.
So, yeah. So I would definitely like after eating the packed food that I had, I would go and be like, yeah, you know what? This homemade Rice Krispie treats kind of looking good.
Yeah.
Looking like it's the
Ooh.
move. It's looking like it's the
Hello.
move. Yeah. So did you play any sports in high school?
I was in marching band for
Okay.
4 years. And
what was your instrument?
the clarinet.
Okay. Do you still play?
Every now and again, I'll open up the closet. I'll look at my clarinet case and say, those are some good times. And I'll close the closet.
That's fair. I mean, that's fair. I mean, I totally get, like, instruments aren't for everybody, obviously. I mean, I claim I'm a musician. No, I write music with some friends and that kind of stuff. But, yeah, I definitely had friends who, like, grew up playing music. And then as soon as they get out of their parents' house, they're like, I'm never touching a piano again or something like that, So, yeah.
It was really great. It was a lot of fun, but this school didn't really have marching band, and that's what I was going to do if it had it. But since it didn't, I said, well, I could, but it wouldn't be the same. The early morning practices, and I wouldn't be able to have that here. So I had my fun in high school, and I'm going to remember those times.
Oh, sure.
I'm not going to forget that.
Yeah, even though, like, swimming is miserable, like, it's exhausting, it was still pretty fun. Like, just the camaraderie with, like, your fellow teammates and that kind of stuff was always a fun time. And me being the extrovert that I am, had some fun with those guys for sure. And, yeah, it's exhausting. It was exhausting. I want to get back into swimming because it's so good for your body. It's so good. It works out every muscle in your body, and it's also really good cardio too. Actually, the apartment that I live in, Antelope, there's a pool right next to it. Like the lap pool is right next to it. So I will sometimes, not recently because it's been hot, but I'll leave my window open at night. And then I wake up in the morning and I hear the swim team swimming. And then I get a whiff of the chlorine, and then I have Vietnam flashbacks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Those times.
Yeah.
Did you ever have banquets and swim because my brother and sister had banquets,
Yeah.
and my mom knew someone who had a business, and I will never forget this banquet. The food was absolutely incredible. The owner of this business came with teriyaki chicken. It was a Hawaiian type of essence present at the
Yeah.
banquet, and it was phenomenal food. It was great.
I'm sure.
I'll never forget it.
Yeah. So not really for swimming.
Okay.
I played basketball 6th grade. Didn't do it again, just wasn't good at it. It's so funny. I'm 6'4", almost maybe 6'5", and people are like, "Oh, you must have played basketball." It's like, nope. Only for 1 year, and I was bad at it.
Yeah.
But we definitely had we had a banquet for basketball when I was in 6th grade. That was, I don't remember the food being good or
Okay.
anything like that. It was more like giving medals to the good players, yeah, essentially.
Oh.
So yeah, there was that. We did like for swimming. Our team. So the high school that I went to is it's like 300 kids max, the whole school. That is high school and middle school combined.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little bit more now because this school has grown. But our swim team, we probably had like 20 kids on our swim team, so it wasn't big. So when we go to championships, not just the kids that qualified would go, the whole team would go.
Right.
So I never qualified for did I? Did I qualify 1 year? I can't remember. But we went, the rest of the team that didn't qualify, we just went and basically just partied, for like, not like partied, but like,
Where are you?
partied.
Uh-huh.
Partied for like, 3 days up here in Phoenix. I'm from Tucson, by the way.
Tucson.
Creepy people.
Tucson.
People who watch these don't know you. Yeah, we'd come up here and we'd go to a hotel, and then we would go to the actual like championships for like for their specific events. And I was always like, man, I really hope that we have like 2 people qualify, so we don't have to be there for like 4 hours. But when I was a senior, where there were there's 2 siblings on our swim team who were really, really good. So they always qualified for like 4 or 5 events like together, not like separate. Well, I guess they would be separately. So it's like 5 events for each of them. So we'd be there the entire time basically, which got annoying, and because it was hot too. But yeah, it was fun. Going back to the banquet thing, we would go to Buca de Beppo, which is like, yeah,
Ooh.
yeah,
Yes.
super good Italian
Oh my
food,
gosh.
really good Italian food.
Yes.
It's extremely expensive apparently. Because you order a ton of food.
Right.
So we would go there, and we'd also go to like Fuddruckers, which I'm really glad I didn't mess that up.
Yeah. that title is always tricky.
I always mess up Fuddruckers.
Yeah.
I always do that. I always get the R and the F mixed up.
Mm-hmm.
We'd go there. We'd also go to like we'd get food brought to us, and it was a fun time. It's definitely like I never qualified for championships. I was fast, but like I didn't try very hard because like I knew maybe like into like junior and senior year I knew I wasn't going to be doing swimming in college, so I kind of stopped caring about it.
Yeah.
I only did it for exercise and also because it was kind of fun. Definitely my freshman year I was one of the better swimmers because I actually tried.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Man.
Yes.
Sounds like an incredible time.
Yeah, it was fun for sure. I did swimming. That's about it. I played basketball 1 year. We on Saturday practices, we would play ultimate frisbee. That was pretty fun.
Ooh.
We'd play against the other high school that was next door to us, a private or a public high school, and we would dominate them every time. It's pretty lit. So.
Wow.
Yep. Their coach did not like me because I swatted a frisbee, like he was about to catch it and I swatted it down, and he didn't like me very much after that. So.
I see.
Yep. Because he was already like, He was already like trash talking me, and I was like, I'm about to ruin this whole man's career. I'm about to end it. Just about to end it. And then I see someone pass him, I sprint over there and I slap it down. And I look at him and it's like, I destroyed you.
Yeah.
If you're watching this, I destroyed you. I destroyed you 6 years ago.
I destroyed you. Man.
Yep.
Did you ever grow up with Chex cereal? Rice Chex, chocolate Chex?
No.
Okay. I had. That's it.
Is that like is that where it ends? Is it like you ask a question and if I don't answer correctly, it's like okay, on to the next question.
Let me get my list of it.
You weren't supposed to do that.
Yeah. Someone goes, "Oh, wrong." Yeah.
That's the wrong answer.
That's the wrong answer.
What is the meme? It's like the math teacher thing where it's like you got the right answer, but you use I don't know how you got the right answer, but you used the wrong equation or whatever, the wrong method.
The wrong method.
And it's like half the time you'd sit in class and then like the kid that would get the right answer but using the wrong method would fight to the death. And I'm sitting there like, the teacher's method is shorter and easier. Why do you care? Yeah. It's like, it's so dumb.
Mm-hmm. That did happen a lot in classes. I would get I had it down, but I wasn't doing it correctly.
Oh yeah.
And I would say, but what am I? Oh my gosh, this is so many equations.
Would you be one of the kids that'd go up there and like do it on the board and show the teacher, and the teacher's just like, this is so much more complicated than what I'm trying to show you guys?
No, she'd say, no, look, and she'd have her pen, or he would have his pen, and he would see right here, wrong equation. You needed to do it.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
Okay,
I gotcha.
Sorry. I'll try that.
Yeah, I never fought teachers on anything.
Yeah.
Both my siblings are in their 30s.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
I was a late baby. So probably a surprise if I'm being honest with myself. But yeah. Yep. Yeah. All right. What's the next question?
I have a friend that's brother's in his 30s too.
Yeah.
And he's a pretty good guy. I haven't met him, but Adam always tells stories about young adventures with his older brother. They're always incredible.
Yeah. But my brother is 30. My sister is 31, I think.
We'll put a text to confirm here.
I'm sorry, Abby. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's 31.
Okay,
yeah.
Here's a text.
Yep.
Boom.
Yeah, it could be 31, 32.
Okay.
Not 33, that's too old. Well, no, yeah, she's not 33.
Okay. It's like,
yeah, she was born in 88, so if we do the math right, I'm pretty sure that is, she might be 32. I don't know.
Okay. Oh, gosh.
I'm sorry. I'm really bad at, like, remembering birthdays and that kind of stuff, so. These are 88 or 89. I don't know. Let's just move on.
Okay.
Let's move on from this before I keep digging this grave.
What is it? Oh, gosh. Do you enjoy ice cream that has fruit mixed in or not?
It depends. I do like strawberry ice cream.
Okay.
That's about it. If it's like, well, the thing with like banana ice cream is like the bananas aren't really, like there's not chunks of banana in it. Have you ever had like banana pudding ice cream? Like it's super good.
Okay.
It has chunks, so banana pudding obviously has bananas in it, but it also has vanilla wafers in it. Oops, sorry.
Is it good?
And then it has other stuff in it too. I can't remember what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really good. And in the ice cream, they actually put chunks of the vanilla wafers in it.
Oh,
so it's kind of great. It's kind of great. Yeah.
It's pretty delicious.
Yeah. It's I'm pretty sure it's Bluebell.
Bluebell.
Is it Bluebell?
Hey,
I don't know.
Bluebell.
I'm forgetting a lot of things today.
Okay. Sold. Bluebell is incredible.
Yeah, Blue Whale's pretty
I would
great.
always get the little chocolate and vanilla little things in the bag. Sometimes my parents would buy that. They have little mini versions in the
Oh, really?
stores.
Huh.
The mini Dutch chocolate, mini homemade vanilla. 12. So 12
Oh,
with the
wow.
vanilla and 12 with the mini Dutch chocolate. And you have a little thing you could take off, and then you get a spoon
Oh,
and you eat it up.
that sounds good. I'm trying to
Makes
remember
you
what.
feel like you're not eating that much because
Yeah,
it's tiny. You don't feel
yeah.
too bad.
When I was younger, my mom, we would go to In-N-Out Burger, and I'd get. I mean, I still go there and I get it sometimes, but to get the Neapolitan milkshake, which is chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry
Yep.
all together at the same time. Pretty good. It's pretty good.
Whoo, my goodness. Shakes.
Shakes are great, dude.
Shakes are great.
Try to limit how many
Right. You
how many
gotta,
you
the
drink.
sugar is so
Yeah,
low.
usually at like restaurant menus, if it's like a fast food place like like Chick-fil-A or Five Guys, or well, maybe not so much Five Guys because they put so much stuff on their burgers and they're incredible.
Yeah.
But also like In-N-Out, I think typically the milkshake is going to be the highest in calories on and fat on the menu typically, unless you get like a 5-patty burger, which is like who even eats that?
What?
Yeah, okay, you can go to like you can go to like Five Guys and get like 8 patties on a burger, which is disgusting. Like, let's be honest,
Oh my
it's
goodness.
disgusting.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
They have like a challenge. It's like, yeah, if you can finish eating it, I'm pretty sure it's free. Don't quote me on that.
Okay.
Don't quote me on
disclaimer.
that. But pretty sure that's a thing.
Okay.
I watched a video. Do you know who Ted Nevison is?
No.
Do you know the Lunch Club? You know Call Me Carson and no.
No, I don't.
Well, they're like Twitch streamers and YouTube. But Ted is the one I think I follow the most because I'm the most similar to him in humor and personality. But him and his friend did like a challenge where they went to a Five Guys. This was like from like 2 or 3 years ago that I saw this video, and they like went to a Five Guys and got like an 8 patty, like it's like 6 to 8 patties. I think it's like because the standard burger at Five Guys is 2 patties, and then they added on 6, and then I think if you finish it without regurgitation.
That's the key, folks.
If you're able to finish it and hold it down, it's free. But don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
I don't want to get any angry comments in the comment section, Michael. I don't want that to happen.
Oh,
I don't want people to be mean.
Yeah.
Mean
Man.
people aren't fun.
Yeah. My goodness. But yeah, that is crazy. As a kid, I would always try to go for as many pancakes as I could. And there's something about syrup where it takes most of the room in your stomach and you still have 2.5 of the pancakes left. You didn't conquer the pancakes because of the syrup, and you can't eat it without the syrup. So you have times where, oh, how am I going to finish them? They're like,
For sure.
less syrup. I added with the sausage to get a little combo on the floor. Well, how do I take it down? Still to this day, can never successfully finish multiple pancakes at a breakfast shop. I can't do it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really exercise consistently. I was at the beginning of the year, and then got COVID. Stopped doing that, and then kind of fell out of it after I recovered. Kind of fell out of that rhythm. But actually, I did work out this morning, so I'm going to try and get back into it, working out every day. But when I was doing swim team and stuff on Saturdays, my dad and I would go to IHOP, and I would get I think it was like the silly face pancake or whatever it was that. But I was young, so it's socially acceptable.
Yes.
Yeah, I was a young
Give
guy.
me the silly
I get it.
face.
It's like a big chocolate chip pancake. They'd like do a smiley face with the whipped cream and then do the eyes and then 2 cherries. Pretty good. And then they'd sprinkle chocolate chips on top of it. It's pretty good. And then when I got older, I'd start getting the Cinestack pancakes, which is way worse for you than the silly face, or I don't know what it was called. But yeah, IHOP is good.
Yes.
Even though I've definitely like found some pretty gross stuff in my pancakes before.
Oh
there.
no.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah. I
gosh.
found like I'm pretty sure it was a roach in there one time, like embedded in the pancake, and I was like,
Um.
luckily I didn't take a bite of it because I saw
Yeah.
like its leg poking out, and I was like, oh no, oh no, 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 no.
Could you take this?
Back and then
Yeah.
like get me some soap and water for my mouth.
Yes.
Because who knows how many of those things I ate.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Oh
You know,
gosh.
have you ever worked in a restaurant before?
No.
No, dude, it's like, I mean, I always worked in the back. I've only worked in restaurants twice, but I've had other jobs besides that. But twice is enough for me.
Okay.
Because like working in the back, it's so gross. Like I always did dishes too, which is so miserable. I worked at this place called Baggins.
Okay.
It's like a gourmet sandwich place, and I'm totally gonna out them right now. But closing shift, there's like 4
Before
days.
you, I'm just gonna click on that guy before he shuts off. We're
Oh, yeah,
getting
for
close
sure.
to that little timestamp. We're back. We're back from commercial break. Thank you for coming back, and here we go.
Yeah, I went and peed. I'm pretty sure you guys wouldn't want to see that, huh?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, working at Baggins, it was all right. It was for the summer. It was in between my senior and freshman year in college. Senior year of high school, freshman year of college before I came here. And it's like I would always work the closing shift because I didn't want to work in the morning, and then I came to regret that because closing shifts, like closings, is not fun.
Yeah.
And like they the closing shift only had like I want to say 4 people that actually closed, and like I was the grill cook, so that means I was responsible for grilling sandwiches up until like we closed it in 7.
Okay.
And we'd be out of there towards 9:30, which was pretty early for a restaurant. I think I told you about I worked at Freddy's last time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we would close at 11, get out of there about 1, which is kind of early. I mean, it's kind of early and late at night, early in the morning, but I mean, whatever. But at Baggins, like, instead of having like 10 people closing, you only have 4, and it's like, yeah, I'm the fry cook, but I also have to clean all the dishes. I have to like put cookie dough in the refrigerator, scoop out cookie dough, ball it up, put it on the baking sheet for when you go to bake it, and then like also like take out the hot grease that is accumulated over the day, clean that out, put it back on there, clean the griddle off. It's just a lot of work to be done in like roughly 2 hours. So, but I mean, actually, there are no redeeming qualities about that job because it was a minimum wage job before Arizona decided to go to $13 for a minimum wage. It was, I think, $8.30 an hour. I think back then.
Oh my goodness.
It wasn't. Yeah, it was below $10 back then.
Oh.
But, I mean, I was fresh out of high school. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Oh.
But yeah, I mean, like there are some people there that I kind of made friends with. The manager there is scary. she's just super intense.
Okay.
But I mean, it wasn't that bad. I mean, this summer I did DoorDash all summer, like driving for DoorDash. At first, you think it's great because it's like, man, I have to walk into a restaurant, grab the food, and then drop it off at their door, and then that's it. I get to drive around and listen to music or podcast the whole time. This is great. I'm having a great time, and it's basically free money. And then after you get, you get to 3 days, and you're like, oh wait, I have to put all that money I made the past 3 days into my gas, into putting gas into my car. And then also too, I mean, I used DoorDash to pay for housing this semester, so I didn't really get to keep very much of that money, which is fine. But I wish I had some spending money because I don't. But it's fine though. But yeah, DoorDash. I mean, it's like I feel like if you live in a big city and you don't have to drive, you can just ride your bike places. I'm sure it's fine. But it's like, I mean, anything in the service industry is tough because people don't treat us very well. So I have had people come up to my window and be like, knock on it, and I'm like, what do you want? And they're like, well, why are you just sitting here? I'm like, I'm DoorDash. Like, oh, can you prove that? And, like, look
Oh.
over and like my DoorDash bag is like in the seat next to me, and like the DoorDash D is like facing them, and I'm like,
Right here.
it's right here.
Mm-hmm.
Is that proof for you?
Yeah.
But it's all right. I don't know. I feel like DoorDash hates paying their employees.
Oh, it's one of those companies.
Yeah. California literally had to pass a law requiring DoorDash, Uber Eats, and I think like Postmates to call their employees actual employees instead of like, what
Oh
were they
gosh.
saying?
Whoa.
It was
Oh
like,
boy.
they were saying something like it was like we were I can't remember the name of it.
Okay.
Whatever, but it's like the California had it's like no, they're employees. They're
Right.
not independent, contractors. That's what it is, independent contractors.
Oh.
Yeah, which is kind of funny. But it's whatever. I'm probably not going to do it again because of how much gas it wastes, and my car is not the most gas efficient. I drive an SUV. So it's a little heavier. It's on the heavier side, so it doesn't have the greatest gas mileage. So yeah.
Man.
Stop giving me those sad look, Michael. My summer wasn't that bad.
Okay. Well, what were the good parts of the summer that really stood out to you?
And it shows you how miserable I was over the summer. I have to sit here and think about it. It wasn't that bad.
Okay.
It was definitely a depressing summer for sure because it's like, you're just sitting in your house and then doing DoorDash. And then also, too, it's like school's like, okay, guess what, guys? We're going to be doing online school for 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
It's like wonderful. I love that. You'll love to see it. I think this summer was probably like the worst summer I've ever been through. Just like there's like family problems that went on, and just the whole COVID thing was depressing. And not that I was ever like particularly afraid of it, but just like other things that were happening on the sidelines compared to definitely not made it very fun. But I hung out with my friends pretty frequently.
That's good.
Which was fun, and a nice reprieve from
hang out with friends
life.
Always just get your battery power back up.
Yeah, but I feel like most people would agree that this summer was pretty rough for everybody. Yeah. Neither my parents or me got COVID over the summer, which was very surprising. Which was, probably a blessing. It definitely was. My mom is she has asthma and that kind of stuff, and that would just be bad if she got COVID. So that's still a concern now because we're not doing too hot COVID wise in the United States right now. But hey, a vaccine's on the way. Get vaccinated. Yeah, get vaccinated. Just do it. just do it. Let's get this over with, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
Just wear your mask and get your shots, and you'll be fine.
You'll be fine. My goodness.
Yep.
Oh boy.
This has been a heavy podcast.
This is the heavy podcast.
Let's talk about something fun.
Something fun.
Something fun that doesn't have to do with disease and death.
Okay. So you can't. What's cooking in the brain right now?
The Rock is cooking.
Cooking.
You see that video?
No.
Okay. You know how Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson used to be a wrestler?
Mm-hmm.
There's a video of him like walking up, taking the mic from the guy. It's like the 90s, and he goes, "The Rock is cooking." Yeah, and that's it.
Oh, okay.
Let me see if I can find it.
The Rock is cooking.
The Rock is cooking.
I know he does. Do you smell what the Rock is cooking?
Yeah. Here we go.
Oh, he's cooking.
He's cooking.
That's a fact. He's got the chef hat and everything.
I think he's gonna run for president in 2024, man. I really think he is. It's kind of sounding like he might.
Filler word count 620. Yeah.
Where did you get this?
That was my mom when she was a teacher for 20 plus years back in Brooklyn, New York.
Okay, cool. Is that where you're from originally?
Brooklyn, New York.
Did you grow up there? Or?
6 years, and
6
then we
years.
came down here. So 14 years here, 6 years up there.
Pretty different atmosphere. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
but the actual island of Brooklyn is like, I mean, that's a huge city. Obviously, it's
Yeah.
New York City, but it's like, you remember it at all?
I have to go back, and once I'm there, slowly but surely, certain things will start coming back to me.
Yeah, I was born in Texas, but I grew up here
Okay.
in Tucson. So I mean, I was 1 year old, so I don't remember Texas.
Wow. Yeah. That was.
But my siblings remember Texas, though. That's for sure. They were like young. I mean, I'm 22. They're 31, 30, so they weren't that old
Mm-hmm.
when I moved, or when we moved.
Made
So,
the
yeah.
journey down here.
Yeah, I mean, I like Arizona. I don't like Tucson very much. The current plan is after I graduate, move to California or bust. Don't know where yet. I have a friend in I have several friends in California that are interested in having a roommate, but we'll have to see. I think it needs to be within like 30 to 45-minute drive from LA. So, but LA is so huge and sprawling. It's like, what does it even mean? It's
Yeah.
like Orange County, basically. Like, are you 30 minutes from Orange County? But we'll have to see. Yeah, definitely don't want to go back to Tucson because it's like that's where dreams go to die.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a fine city. Like, if you're an engineer wanting to get an engineering job,
Okay.
great city to move to. If you're a film major, probably not so much.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, Phoenix was gonna have like an actual industry for a while,
Oh. Okay.
and then it just fell through. I think some tax stuff happened because originally there's really good tax incentives for coming here because no one films in California unless it's like a big production.
Mm.
But I think they were gonna come here. I mean, New Mexico's doing great film wise. I mean, Netflix is based out of New Mexico, I believe. Yeah, so because taxes are so low there, there's barely any taxes for film there. But yeah, but the plan is to move to California after I graduate, maybe like a couple weeks after I graduate. I'd go back to Tucson, kind of get everything settled up and ready to go, and trying to figure it out. But that's 6 months off from now, so
Right.
I've got some time to figure it out. So, How about you? What are your plans?
I'm gonna stay here
Okay.
to film and help anybody that needs it from time to time. Continue doing this.
What do you want to do?
I'd
Like, what's your dream?
like to direct and write and have a production company.
Okay.
So, for an example, someone pitches something to a show or company and they reject it, they could come to me and pitch their thing to me, and I can help fund it to make it happen.
Oh, sure. I mean, yeah,
That way
sounds like
they-
what a producer does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah, I'm a screenwriting major, so obviously I'm gonna be doing stuff with screenwriting. But I'd also like to, maybe direct. I don't know if I'd be good at it because I'm not really like good at controlling people because or like keeping people on track. I would love to direct a Western. I'd love to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty easy too. It's like you don't need like a ton of money. You don't need big crew. You can easily do something like that. And yeah, I mean, I'm actually directing and playing in a comedy short that me, Colin, my other roommate Ryan, and then do you know Daniel Stonewall?
Yes.
Hopefully he'll be in it. He hasn't gotten back to me about it yet, but he's really funny, and I want him to be in it. And it's, the premise is it's what is it? It's Wall Street bankers playing poker, and they're like betting stocks on each other and inadvertently make the stock market crash.
Oh wow!
It's gonna be pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the video gets more and more chaotic as it goes, so it'll be fun.
Okay. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. At least I don't know if do you write comedy?
Occasionally, but not a consistent type of writing.
The project that I helped you with last year, like a year ago, that was a comedy. That was like a sitcom kind of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like a mockumentary kind of sitcom. Kind of thing. That was kind of a little spooky, right? Yeah. I mean, you wrote a whole script for that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The way comedy works for me is Like, I cannot, like, write something and then force comedy into it.
Yeah, me
It
too.
has to come naturally.
Mhm.
Like, it has to come basically on set.
Yeah.
Which is a little worrying because, like, that's why I know I'm never going to be writing for comedy. Maybe I'll be like a staff writer on a comedy show and then be on set and be like, hey, here's a funny joke you could throw in there.
Yeah.
You know, into this scene. So what I have for this skit is a beat sheet of, like, jokes that we're going to probably be in there. We're going for 3 jokes max because it's going to be like a 5-minute video. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see how it goes, but it'll be fun. And this is kind of like, I'm going to try and post it to my YouTube and kind of try and make a decent, I know everyone says this, but, like, try and get a following on YouTube. Because, I mean, you have like 100,000 followers on YouTube, and then you move to California. It's like, that's kind of like you luck out in that way. You have like an actual, like, internet following before you move to California or Los Angeles area. You kind of luck out in that way. So we'll have to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fun for sure. I mean, I'm not doing it to, like, get followers. I'm doing it because I want to, and it seems fun. And I haven't had, like, really much of a creative outlet this semester, so. Yeah, it'll be fun.
Get a bit of a spill on it and have a little fun.
Who is on that production? It's me, obviously.
Okay.
And possibly Daniel Stonewall, Colin, Ryan, Rachel Esposito, and Rebecca Henderer. Our crew.
Powerhouse right there.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Rachel and Rebecca Rebecca wants to film it. Or at least I'm going to make her film it.
Hey, this.
Yeah,
now.
film it. I can't film it. I mean, like, I'm going to be directing it, but also being in it at the same time. But I think Rachel's gonna be there, kind of, like, bounce off, like, ideas. So it'll be fun. Yeah, we got all the the screenwriters. Basically half the senior class for screenwriters there.
Nice, that's good.
So, yeah, it'll be fun. I'm excited for it.
Mm-hmm. Is Brandon involved in any?
No, I forgot to mention it to him. I can. If Daniel Stonewall doesn't make it, maybe we'll get Brandon. Maybe I can just get Brandon on it. Maybe I can just get him in there now. I have a really bad stutter. Maybe if I can get Brandon in there, you know.
Brandon.
Either way, it could be the more the merrier. Am I right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That'd be great. Oh, I'm having Larson on the podcast. I don't know if you've had Professor Larson.
I never had him.
Oh, he's one of my.
I've heard about him from, like, Colin, that kind of stuff.
He's absolutely an incredible professor. He really wants you to be successful, have a film mindset, and
it's great.
He pushes you with his scripts that you write for his class. He really does. He wants you to really take it seriously and learn and figure out how to write better, how to get ideas flowing faster, more efficiently, things like that.
Mm-hmm. No, that's good. Never had him, but I've heard good things about him.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever had Brewer before?
Brewer.
He does, like, screenwriting too. Have you taken that yet?
No, I haven't.
Are you going to at any point?
Next semester I'm taking this character-centered screenplay.
I think. Am I taking that next semester? I think so, but you know, it's. What was I talking about?
What was it going on?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, Brewer. If you have him, if you get the chance to have him, he is a great teacher.
Okay.
He's really good at. You know, he is a screenwriter. Like, he is working in the industry as a screenwriter. I'm pretty sure he has his own production company. But he knows what he's talking about. He's a really good writer, and he's just a really nice guy too. So
okay.
If I were you, if you're taking screenwriting 2, I would take screenwriting 2. Have you taken screenwriting 1?
I took it with Larson.
Okay. If you get the chance, I would take screenwriting 2. You write a full-length feature. I don't know if that interests you at all.
Okay.
Or if that scares you at all.
Well, since it's a grade, I'm like,
Right. I've written 3 full lengths, and then a 65-page pilot for a TV show. So, I have a portfolio, but is it any good? Probably not. But I've definitely, like, waited around too long to try and get into, like, an internship for this next summer. So probably not gonna happen. There was a Nickelodeon internship that it was for writing though.
Okay.
you like qualifying to get in ended back in October, and they're not doing it until next year. I mean, there's always next year, I guess. Like even when you're not even in college anymore, you can still go and do an internship. I mean, it's a good way to get your foot in the door in certain places. Like, oh, that kid had an internship at Nickelodeon. Like, well, okay. But I'm sure it's so hard to get into. It's like you have hundreds of applications, and there's probably so many writers that are so much better than you are. So it's probably it's hard to get into things like that. So you kind of honestly, I feel like the film industry is half luck, half knowing people.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely like if you can get like your project out there and then have like some modicum of control over it, it's all because of your name and who you know. So that's nepotism wins in the nepotism wins in the film industry.
Yes. Ding.
Yep.
Right on the ballpark.
Yeah, but I mean, as kind of terrifying as it is to be going into the film industry and also just becoming an actual adult at that point, it's a little scary, but it's also exciting,
Yeah.
I want to be a staff writer, like maybe on like a show like Futurama, or I'm trying to think of other not The Simpsons, but like Simpsons still even, is it even running anymore?
Yep, it's still running.
Oh my gosh. Shows like The Simpsons or maybe like South Park, or I mean they just canceled the Venture Bros, which is a tragedy. It's a tragedy. They just canceled that show's been on since like 1995 or something like that, and they just canceled it. It's a tragedy. But I would love to be a staff writer, kind of work my way up, maybe become a story editor for a show or a movie. It's probably more like a show. I'm more interested in television than with feature films. And then hopefully make some friends with some producers, and I mean, basically a producer won't say no to you unless they don't know you and they know that you won't make them money, because it always comes down to I like your idea and I think it can make me money or make my company that I work for money. So yeah, you got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just how it works. And I mean, as shallow as it sounds, the money is the main driving. I mean, the film industry is an industry, and an industry is a business. So, yeah, that's a real big brain thought right there.
Yeah. Whoa.
This is all logic.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.